Hello, people, YouTubers. Peace and blessings to you. This is the Ravenous Blackbird once again, and you have once again reached the Ravenous Blackbird's YouTube channel. All right, and today, first of all, if you're first time viewer and this is your first time viewing my videos, or second or third, and you still have not subscribed to my channel, right below this video, if you're watching this on YouTube, right below the video, there should be a subscribe button. Click that, and that way you will be a subscriber. We'll be partners. We'll be family. Every time I post a video, you will receive a notification to your phone or your computer, whatever, or your app or whatever, that I posted a new video. That way you will stay informed and kept up to date. Okay. And so anyway, we're going to be talking about, and I welcome you to the channel. We cover everything here. I cover everything from sports to religion to politics and yada, yada, yada. I don't box myself into just sports, NFL or the Baltimore Ravens NFL team or anything like that. So we're going to be talking about today some things in dealing with, if anybody's been watching the past election, they claim the election is over with. Okay. And there's a lot of Christian Trumpers that voted for Trump that are Christians because he's for the evangelical Christians and for the church and for pro-life. Praise God for that. And then there's those of us that may not be Christians but just love Donald Trump because he's done a lot for this country. Amen. So, and he has, and I'm a Trumper. Okay. And so regardless of the fact, if you're a Democrat, if you're independent, if you're a Trumper and you just like politics and you got a hold of this video, there's some very important stuff that I believe is going to happen. They're claiming that if you've been keeping up with politics and what's going on with the election, and I guess Donald Trump's administration had told him to go ahead and just allow Joe Biden and Kamala Harris and the Biden administration to move forward with whatever they needed to do, as if to make them think that they've won the election and it's over with. Okay, but I deal a little bit deeper than just the politics. I dig into the spiritual aspect. And if anybody believes in prophets out there, which I do believe in prophets, I do believe in the fivefold ministry. If anybody, knows anything about, the Bible and the fivefold ministry, if not, don't, keep watching the video. This is not just for people that are Christians. Okay. But nevertheless, there are prophets who God has revealed recently some very astounding things that the Trump administration will or already has, okay, found evidence. Rudy Giuliani, which is President Trump's attorney, okay, and I think he has a few attorneys, but he's his main one, have found evidence that there has been fraud, okay, on behalf of the Democratic Party in regards to this election. Now, okay, if you know anything about prophets, and I'm not saying prophets are perfect, I'm not saying every prophet of God is perfect or hears from God. But the ones that I know, the ones that I watch a lot of, and on YouTube and things of that nature, all of these different prophets, I think it was a total of six, maybe 6 to 10 of them have heard, and God saw the same thing, showed them that Donald Trump was going to be reelected. Okay, that God is going to expose the fraud that the Democratic Party, in spite of it looking like this election's over with, because remember, there's supposed to be a lot of tension going on in the streets with the protesters, especially coming from the far left. That's where a lot of that tearing down statues and defund the police department and all that was coming from more from the far left. The Democrats and the people that were for Joe Biden, a lot of that, violence and stuff like that. So we haven't seen a lot of that since this election, but it was prophesied from the prophets that there was going to be a really big thing with the protesters, which we saw some of that, but not to the point where the way they're talking about if Donald Trump got reelected. Okay. But what I'm here to tell you is I do believe in the voice of God. I do believe in that prophet, that God does speak to prophets. I do believe in prophets. I do believe in evangelists, the fivefold ministry. If any of you that's watching this video knows anything about the fivefold ministry, the fact of the matter is the election to some people and to the Democrats and to people who voted for Biden. Okay, and I love Joe Biden. I'm not here to bash Joe Biden. I love Kamala Harris. Okay, I love them, but I don't agree with the Democrats' agenda. I don't agree with socialism. Jesus was a capitalist. You don't work, you don't eat. I don't agree with abortion. Okay, Trump was pro-life. It is pro-life. Excuse me. His administration is pro-life, and he may be imperfect. God uses imperfect people. Every person God has used, if you believe in God and if you believe in the Bible, he uses imperfect people. None of us are perfect. So for people to say nobody can use Donald Trump because he's imperfect, well, what are you? Okay. So nevertheless, the prophets, these prophets, known prophets, okay, that have been in prophecy for, I would say 30 plus years, some of them 20, 30 plus years. And they deal in end time prophecy, hearing from God and stuff like that, have said that Donald Trump is going to be reelected. So I thought I would do a video for those of you that think that's out there celebrating, saying Trump got dumped and all this other stuff, and think that it's over. It's not over with. I've made videos before this, a video before this, urging people, whether you're Democrat, Independent, Republican, to start stocking up on food, stocking up on water, stocking up on supplies. Why did I tell you that? Not only because I believe that if Joe Biden gets reelected, that he's going to turn everything into socialism, and then you're going to have to depend on the government for everything. Okay, and you need to have guns. You need to, and that's another thing that Democrats want to do, is take away your guns. Okay, President Donald Trump always is for us the right to bear arms, to be able to protect our homes, protect our families, protect ourselves. Okay, so I made a video in regards to this, in regards to people stocking up. Now, whether Donald Trump gets reelected, because we still have all the way until January. This is what I'm trying to get you to see. It's not over with yet. It's not over until Joe Biden gets inaugurated. People, he has not yet been inaugurated into the White House. He is President-elect Joe Biden. That's what he is. He's not the president yet. President Donald Trump is still the president. And I do believe the prophets. I do believe between now and before Joe Biden gets into the White House, if he does, that there's going to be substantial evidence that's going to come out. This is going to be the biggest exposing of the Democratic Party. And again, I'm not saying this to be mean. I'm just telling you that what the prophets have heard, and more than one prophet of God, okay, have saw this, have heard from God, that Donald Trump is going to be reelected. We know the Democrats tried to impeach Donald Trump. That was a witch hunt. That was a hoax. They were talking about impeaching him before he was even inaugurated. They can't stand Donald Trump. They can't stand that he's pro-life. They can't stand that he's pro-Bible. He's for a man and a woman marrying each other, and not two men marrying each other and two women. If that's your thing, that's your thing. I'm not here to bash or condemn anybody. Okay? But they wanted Donald Trump out of office because, of course, he was standing in their way. They couldn't do this socialist agenda with him being in office. They couldn't go ahead and approve everything regarding abortion and all this other stuff, and that they're trying to do with President Donald Trump being in office. They need to get him out of office, the Biden administration and the Democratic Party, so they can carry on their demonic agenda. I'm not calling them demons. I'm not disrespecting. I want to sound like I'm disrespecting. Don't leave comments saying I'm disrespecting President Joe Biden. Okay, I love him, and I love Kamala Harris. Okay, I don't agree with the Democrats' agenda. And if you're doing your studying, instead of just going by what the news saying and voting for somebody based on whether you like them or not, you don't vote for a person based on you like them. But I like Joe Biden, and I can't stand Donald Trump, so I'm not going to vote for Donald Trump. I like Joe Biden. I feel, but you've not done any research. Before I put videos out, people, I do research. I do extensive study. Okay, I don't dream up stuff and just throw stuff up on YouTube. Okay, and if some people want to do that and they're getting views, hey, thumbs up to them. But I do my research. Okay, and I do believe in the prophets. I do believe God speaks to man. Okay, and if you don't, that's cool. But what I'm trying to tell you is keep an open mind, people. And start stocking up on water if you haven't, on food and supplies, bullets, guns, okay? lots of bullets. All right, because there's supposed to be some stuff that's going to take place if Donald Trump gets reelected again. Again, this is not over with yet, people. President-elect Joe Biden has not been inaugurated yet. So, I live in downtown Los Angeles, and I see all these parades and people running around with megaphones talking about Trump got dumped and it's over with. Ha 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 ha. That's what he getting. Blah 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 blah. And what's going to happen? God is going to step in and He's going to shift and turn this thing around for President Donald Trump's good. And I know a lot of you Democrats and you far left people don't like to hear that, but God always has the final say so. Donald Trump has been persecuted and lied on. People twist his words. The newscasters twist everything he says. And no, of course he's not perfect. There is no perfect president. Joe Biden is not perfect. Okay, you leave a comment, and I want to know if you know a perfect president. Let me know. Let me know if you know a perfect president that's did everything 100% correct. Okay, and I'll shut down my YouTube channel. But you won't find a president that's done everything correct. So what I'm trying to get you people to see is that between now and January, do not be surprised if Rudy Giuliani and the Trump administration, as the prophets have been told, okay, that they find substantial evidence. I believe they've already found it. It's just a matter of, listen, people, President Donald Trump is smart. He's a fix-it man. He's a businessman. That's why he was able to fix the economy like he did. That's why he was able to get the peace treaty between the Palestinians and Israel and the Jews. No other president has done that. He moved the embassy to Jerusalem. So that now Jerusalem is the capital of Israel. A lot of you don't know all the good stuff that he's done because you sit up there listening to all the newscasters talking about all the bad stuff he's done. Okay? But he's a smart man. And so you really think that this is over with. We have all the way to January before Joe Biden gets inaugurated. And I'm telling you, as sure as my name is the Ravenous Blackbird, that if Donald Trump gets reelected, excuse the terminology, all hell is going to break loose in the streets. From the far left, from the Democrats, from the people that voted for Biden, from the Black Lives Matter movement. I don't support the Black Lives Matter movement. The statement, I support the statement. I don't support the Black Lives Matter movement because they're socialists. They're a Marxist group. They want to tear down statues. The people, the so-called protesters that is marching with the Black Lives Matter know nothing about protesting. If they did, they would copy Martin Luther King Jr. They would copy John Lewis. In fact, they've made a mockery out of protesting. And that's all I'm going to say on that. So I am for the Black Lives Matter statement. Yes, Black Lives Matter, all lives matter. But the Black Lives Matter movement, no. Those three women that started that movement, 2 of them are Marxists and 2 of them are LGBTQ. Do your research, people. So, in ending this video, I want you to remember what I said, that I believe Rudy Giuliani has already found some evidence. And I do believe this is coming from the prophets. They hear from God. And there's going to be a shifting from God. Something's going to turn out on behalf of Donald Trump for the glory of God and for the good of those of us that voted for Donald Trump, because I believe he is imperfect, but I do believe he's done a lot of good for this country. So please feel free to leave comments. Let me know if you agree with me, if you don't agree with me. Maybe you know some other stuff. I'd love to hear from you. And again, right below this video, if you're watching it on YouTube, subscribe to my YouTube channel. So every time I post a video, you'll receive a notification. And that way you know. And we'll be like family. We'll be partners and connected. All right, this has been the Ravenous Blackbird. I love y'all. Until the next video. Peace.